afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Everybody else in between this great big beautiful country of ours, how the hell you doing? What do you say? What's up, what's happening? Oh, what's going on, man? How's it going? Oh, jeez. Okay, good trouble day 2. I don't even know if I'm going to count these days, but today's day, it's good trouble, right? Time to make some good trouble. I blasted, I don't know, what the representative, the Democratic representative, I think, from Montana. I have to look it up. It was on these pages here somewhere. Where was it? Was it on X? Oh, let me see. One of them, the guy was, it's a week break in Congress. And he's at home saying, oh, I'm going to fight for you and talking to my constituent. Well, I don't think so, buddy. You know? Oh, it says you're not verified yet. I'm on X right now, looking for this thing. La 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 la. I bet I can't find it. But anyway, good trouble is what we're looking for. We're looking for good trouble. So we got to do some good trouble here. Right? Oh my gosh. Where is this joker at? Anyway. Man, I wish I could do this. Gosh, darn stuff. I'm going through replies right now. Hey, okay, let's just do this while I'm doing this. It's not a kid's show. So, there he is. All right. You got crumb runchers, rugrats running around. It's time for a nap. If they're in school, or if they're supposed to be in school and it's nice outside and they're not in school, kick their ass outside. They don't need to be hearing me. If they're homeschooled, break time. Give them an Xbox, PlayStation, iPad, iPhone, whatever. And put some headphones on yourself. They don't need to hear me. Especially when I go crazy. And I am. All right, so here's what we got. Representative Horsford. Stephen Horsford, right? While Congress is in recess this week, I'm back in the district working to protect the personal security of my fellow Nevadans. Really? What the fuck you doing there? Excuse my language. I hear you. My office has been sharing your calls and concerns about the insanity. I'm working on real issues to keep your information safe. Well, keep sharing your feedback through the link in my bio, and I'll continue defending your right to keep your personal information private. So here's what I responded. You should be in Washington, even with recess causing good trouble. Your constituents can watch the damn news to find out what's going on. All you guys care about is wasting time. And I put it. About it wasting time. Same thing. Oh, they got to run home. They got to run home, talk to their constituents. Their constituents have how many news services that they can check out if they're interested? No, it's just an opportunity to get away from Washington. That makes me so mad. They could, and the problem here is with it. Protect your privacy, your personal information. He lost already. He lost either late yesterday, early this morning. A judge overruled all the blue states. What are they, attorney generals? That filed suit to protect your private information. And the judge says, no. That's all right. There has no, you have to prove harm. for this injunction to work, right? Ain't been no harm yet, so they can't enforce it. Now, the minute there's harm, which is like stupid, it's the same as like the police can't do anything until there's a crime that's been committed. You know? It's just the truth. They can't, there has to be a crime. You know, the FBI already establishes a crime when they go invade somebody's house and shit. It's different like with a search warrant. You know, you got to have probable cause, right? I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so you can dole me back and just beat the shit out of me over it, but that's what I believe. You know. So, okay. Anyway, I got another guy was saying, "Oh, it's great. They're doing $7 million, $7 million a week, right? They're finding this waste, $7 million a week." And these tax cuts are supposed to be like $4.7 trillion or something like that for the rich, or add to the national debt for the rich, right? And I can't find, I'm not going to go looking for all this shit. I told the guy, okay, do the math for me, because it was late at night, and I said, I'm tired. Just do the math for me. There's 1,000 million in a billion. Okay, you got that right? Because you got 999,999,999 cents, and you can click below. That's 1,000 million equals 1 billion, right? It takes 1,000 billion, or well, yeah, 1,000 billion to make a trillion. Okay? So you go 999 billion, 999 million, 999,999 dollars, and 999 cents, right? Flip it over. $1 trillion. Okay, if they're doing $7 million a week, how many weeks is it going to take them to get up to $4.7 trillion? Huh? And then here, oh, the killer. Here's the killer. What do you want? What do you want? You want Tom? Baby. Okay. So, here's the killer. They're finding all these super old people on Social Security. Collecting. 250-year-old people collecting. Social Security, what waste? What waste? Here's the problem. There ain't nobody alive 250 years old. That's the first thing. The second thing is, they don't know how. Social Security is still run on an older system called COBOL. Okay. And for whatever reason, with dates and everything else, it can't come up this high. Remember Y2K? I think that has something to do with it. So, the older systems have people listed at 1870 something. I don't know. That's what Cobalt's frickin' default, whatever it is. Okay. So that's what they put for the date as a birthday. I'm sorry, but yeah, what do you want, baby? I can't pet you now. It's like freaking I'm doing a show here. I thought you wanted down. Oh. So this one behind me, Peaches, is causing good trouble. I don't know if you can see her. You can see her in the previous videos. She's in a lot of them. She's the co-star. Coaster. She co-star. She's not. Oh, my God. You coming down? Get down. Just don't get in my back. Here it is. Do the math for me. I'm so tired. There's 1,000 million and a billion, right? Now there's 1,000 billion and a trillion. How many years will it take to get to $1 trillion? That's $7 million a week. I'm not being smart, just curious. Threads. Okay, there you go. Goodbye, baby. Pete Hegseth. I wonder how big a hangover he got from being overseas. I talked about that yesterday. And what's this? Go back. Anyway, let's go back. Let's do some news here. Okay, so good trouble. Have you guys started yet on your finding out when your next school board meeting is? All right, and there's local elections and everything else coming up in some places for mayors and city council and that kind of stuff. Are you getting involved with that? Are you trying to make a change? If you can't get involved, why don't you go work for somebody that's going to be that's, Democrat that's trying to make it in there? Little things. You could do little things every day. They tell you don't to poke the bear. I've been poking Trump almost every day trying to. Directly. I go to the top. I don't fool around. At RealDonaldTrump.com. At RealDonaldTrump on X. It's one of the reasons I stay on X. All I'm giving Musk is a number that he can send to his advertisers. I get the advertisements. I don't care. I said this yesterday. All right. But Trump's on there. So, and I don't care if you don't read it. I know I'm getting my digs in. Maybe he does. Maybe I'm going to get a knock on the door someday. I might disappear. I don't know. I have been. There's another person, Barfby. Great lady on X. You got to follow her. She just trashes trolls and all these porn bots. The lady's freaking amazing, man. I don't know how she does it. Every day, day in and day out. Just, man. So I get this big thing. You aren't verified yet. Get verified for boosted replies, analytics, ad-free browsing, and more. Upgrade your profile now. No. X, I am not doing it. And then you try on these other places to get verified. It ain't 9 million gazillion people. Well, you're not popular enough yet. Well, I guess that's just the way it is. Ah, boy. Where are we at now? Go home, Chuck, go home. I don't want to be there. Go home. Go home, young man. Oh. All right, so here's what's going on now. The latest credit. You heard Trump's big Putin parroting of Ukraine started that war. They should have made a deal earlier. Now, Trump is calling Zelensky a dictator as he hits back at disinformation criticism. Donald Trump launches a fresh attack on Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, calling him a dictator and saying he has done a terrible job. Earlier, Zelensky accused the U.S. president of living in a disinformation space created by Russia, following U.S. Moscow talks in Saudi Arabia, from which Kiev was excluded. All right, asked afterwards by the BBC how he would respond to Ukrainians who felt betrayed over not having a seat at the table, Trump said Ukraine could have made a deal earlier. All right. Russian President Vladimir Putin, all right, later said nobody is excluding Ukraine from talks on ending the war. Just give us all your land and then we'll call it even. Yeah, that's right. No, I added that last part. What? You went up here again? Huh? Jesus. I don't know. So a full-scale Russian invasion sparked the war in Ukraine 3 years ago. Now, this is getting the story straight. 8 years after it unilaterally annexed Crimea. You know, and the thing is, they did Crimea. Nobody fought. Crimea lay down and said, okay, well, you know, that's the way it is. We'll just be on there. See, here's the problem, too. Ukraine does have a problem. And that's in the Donbass region. And the reason they have a problem is because those people in the Donbass region had always been, like, favoring the Soviet Union or Russia. So, and it's something the Ukraine's been hanging on to. They've been fighting in the Donbass region before the war even started. They were shooting back and forth at each other because the Donbass region didn't want to be under Ukraine's authority. Look it up. So, in the analysis, this is a public war of words between Trump and Zelensky. Nomia Iqbal, she's reporting from Washington, D.C. Donald Trump's angry comments come after Zelensky said the U.S. president was living in a disinformation space. He is. He's from outer space. After Trump criticized Ukraine for the war, but not Russia. Under the Biden administration, the U.S. and Ukraine were very close, but Trump has made it clear that Kiev shouldn't receive any more aid without getting anything in return. His attempt to get access to Ukraine's... what did I bring up? His attempt to get access to Ukraine's rare minerals... minerals... It's Mangled news, folks. Minerals was rejected by Zelensky, who said no security guarantees were offered in exchange. What? All right, his attempt to get access to Ukraine's rare minerals was rejected by Zelensky, who said no security guarantees were offered in exchange. Trump also accused Zelensky of being a dictator without elections. The Ukrainian president won more than 73% of the vote in 2019, but a new election hasn't been held since, due to the country being under martial law. Which we've explained more about in a previous post. Okay, so, you know, Trump has made it clear he wants the war to end as soon as possible, one of his campaign promises. Even if it means giving up territory to Russia, but it's horrified Kiev and its allies who are worried about the U.S. president aligning more closely with Moscow. Moscow. I like that. Moscow. He's off his nut. That's what it comes down to. He's insane. He's just gone over the deep end. And somebody just said that, reposted by Peach. Okay, what am I on? I have no clue. Blue Sky. You know, when I first went on Blue Sky, I was one of the early people. Not early, but I was one of the earlier people. I was in the first, what, 1.5 million? I don't know. Somewhere around there. And it was nice. People never did say, you know, it was like, oh, happy day and all this other stuff. Buddy and all that. And there weren't no trolls making trouble. And MAGA was like non-existent there. So everybody loved it because of the peace and quiet. And they were able to happily do their shit, you know. And it was by invitation. I had to get an invite to come in there. And I thank my friend for that. And she got her friend to give her an invite. And then you had to pass this vetting. Vetting, right? You had to be vetted. Are you a good person? Okay. I don't know how much their vetting went, but you had to be vetted. Are you not a troll or not a porn bot or you're not, you know. So, but then you got in. And then they opened the floodgates. And it's starting to be just like the other ones. It's just, this is the very baby beginnings of it. So, but anyway, Crystal Wolf Lady. Trump is effing insane. He needs to be sent to a psych doctor as soon as possible. He is mental. He is insane. He has jumped the effing shark. And there's a picture. Peachy Kim says, not going to have a country left. Eradicating Ukraine by eradicating the left. Whatever code this is for, it just got ordered. All right. The Arch Emily, my department director, says, you're not going to be happy with me. And then she, Arch Emily, has a question. My director changed the maps to say Gulf of America. Me. Make it known I am under extreme duress and officially protest this action. Me, AP style, says Gulf of Mexico. And the plot thickens. Florida Senator Nick D. Kegley, I guess, filed a bill to change it back to the Gulf of Mexico. The cost to change all these maps that are currently in print just seems like a waste of taxpayer money beyond just being petty, stupid, and dumb to change it at first. Okay, there. All right. The government does maps, right? So that's, you know, other places, right? That all costs money. That all costs money. Like he wanted to get rid of the pennies because he said it costs 2 cents to make 1 penny. Well, it costs more than that to make nickels. So he's not winning money, he's losing money. He's stupid. Trump, if you're listening, you're fucking dumb. Excuse my language. Oh, God. All right. Alexander All. He is replying to Anton Gerashenko. Okay, U.S. Senator Roger Wicker, head of the U.S. Senate Committee on Armed Services commented on the talks with Putin. No, Putin cannot be trusted. Putin is a war criminal and should be in jail for the rest of his life, if not executed. All right. And this is what Alexander R. replied to. The truth you won't hear from this lying White House cabal. So it's a cabal in the White House. Oh. All right. Okay, Andrea Junker, she hits it right on the head. Zelensky has become one of the world's greatest heroes. That's eating Trump alive. Exactly. Boy. I don't know. OG McDuck. Senators who voted to confirm Trump cabinet members don't get to tell me shit about how to fight. You hear that, Sanders? Senate.gov. Bernie. Oh, Bernie, what did you do? Who did he confirm? Probably little Marco, right? Probably little Marco. That's who I think. All right, Donald J. Trump. Here's his post. At real Donald J. Trump. At real Donald Trump. Sorry. Patriot Takes is replying to this. Let me read it. Whoa. Oh, my. What time is it? All right, I only got a couple minutes left. Think of it. A mostly successful comedian. Oh, no. Modestly. Oh, let's not say mostly. Trump would not say that. A modestly successful comedian, Vladimir Zelensky, talked the United States of America into spending $350 billion to go to war that couldn't be won, that never had to start, but a war that he, without the U.S. and Trump, will never be able to settle. The United States has spent $200 billion more than Europe, and Europe's money is guaranteed, while the United States will get nothing back. Why did Sleepy Joe Biden demand equalization in that war? Is far more important to Europe than it is to us. We have a big, beautiful ocean as separation. How fucking dumb are you? On top of this, Zelensky admits that half of the money we sent him is missing. He refuses to have elections, is very low in Ukrainian polls, and the only thing he was good at was playing Biden like a fiddle. A dictator without elections. Zelensky better move fast, or he's not going to have a country left. In the meantime, we are successfully negotiating an end to the war with Russia, something all admit only Trump and the Trump administration can do. Biden never tried. Europe has failed to bring peace, and Zelensky probably wants to keep the gravy train going. I love Ukraine, but Zelensky has done a terrible job. His country is shattered, and millions have unnecessarily died. And so it continues. Patriot Takes replies, Trump called Zelensky a dictator who has done a terrible job. Putin has got to be loving this. Oh, yeah, I guess so. I got 30 seconds left. I didn't go anywhere else. So, hey, man, you guys got to get involved, man. Go to them school board meetings. Make changes. Shake the cage. Shake the cage. Go back on X, man. Just go back on X temporarily. Just put some digs into Donald Trump. Tell him how you feel. You know, you got to flood them. You got to flood them just like they flooded us. And my time's up. I had a good time. Did you? Oh, my gosh. I have to see you next Monday, I guess. Let me say goodbye to these people. Let me say goodbye to you, all right? Let me say goodbye to these people. I don't know why I always do this. Wait till the last minute. Radio people come. Oh, where's my music at? Nah, they don't care. They love me. Right? You guys love me, right? Oh, boy. Anyway. Here it goes. Talks Mangled news. Yeah, all right. We'll see you. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 and see you Monday, guys. Da, 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 da.